In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. There are two people or two groups of people navigating in the jungle, in the forest, in the desert, or in the ocean. One group does have a compass, the other don't have it. Now, which group have better or maximum probability of moving in the right direction? In the direction of their destination, in the direction of the civilization, which group have a better probability? The very obvious answer is very simple answer is the group which is carrying the compass. It is something unique and extremely useful, extremely necessary once somebody is in the forest, in the desert, in the ocean, out of civilization. It is very important. It does play a big role. Now, what I am going to say might be surprising to many of the people. I want to say is that people living in the population in the jungle, in the densely populated or thinly populated, once we are living in our houses, on our works, in the cities, villages, towns, anywhere, we have a sort of compass here as well, gifted to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to each one of us, or to most or many, most of us, which does guide us, instruct us, point us toward the right direction, toward the right sort of actions, toward the right sort of attitude. But overwhelming number, many of us don't realize that we do have a compass like this one throughout our lives. We do have a compass like this one throughout our lives. Many of the people don't know this. Those who do know, they don't know that how worthy it is, how valuable it is, how useful it is, and what sort of benefits could be taken by utilizing it properly. They don't know the exact importance of it. Some of the people do know that we do have a compass like this one throughout our lives. They do know the importance of it. They are trying to utilize it to benefit from it well. And those who are doing this thing, they are moving forward, they are developing, they are progressing. What this compass is, now let's talk about it, the real thing. What this compass is the ability to analyze where we ourselves, I am myself, you yourself, were wrong, and we have incurred a loss because of that. We have incurred a trouble because of that. This is a compass like that. Being able to analyze the things well, being able to analyze the results of our actions and our reactions as well. Most of us are found blaming others for their failures. Most of others are found blaming others for their failures. Now, these are the people, all of these people are the people who don't know that we do have a compass like this one, and it is extremely important, it is extremely useful. They don't know it, and not, they are not using it either. Since they don't know it, that they do have it, since they don't know the value, the importance, and the utility of it, that is why they are not benefiting from it. Now, these are the people who are found blaming others for every failure they experience, for every trouble they come across. These people are found blaming others, and blaming others, I think this is something which is the strongest point of being ignorant. Why? Because my success is the responsibility of mine and no one else at all. I cannot blame others if at all I could not succeed, and if at all protecting myself from the trouble, from the failure is primarily my own responsibility and not the responsibility of anyone else at all. But if at all I am found blaming other people for the failure which I experienced, for the troubles which I am facing, I think this is being most ignorant, and this actually means that I don't have a compass like this one, or I do have actually. Most of us do have, but we don't know that we do have it. But and we don't know it, how important it is, how useful, how beneficial it is, and that is why we are not found making the best use of it. It is actually a sort of self-critical analysis. It is determining, it is analyzing the things, separating the things, and trying to dig out where I was wrong, due to which I could not achieve what I should have achieved, and where I was right and I benefited, and I shall continue benefiting from the right. And I do need to, this compass actually do tells us that whatever are our weaknesses and how can we avoid it, determining our own weaknesses, determining our own failures, and determining our own wrong things, wrong habits which we shall never ever repeat, which we must have to get rid of. This is the work of a compass actually, the kind of compass we are talking about. I think that we need to develop this compass, because, as I earlier said, it is definitely not the responsibility of the other people to make me a successful person, to protect me from the failure, to protect me from the trouble. It is not the responsibility of anyone else at all. But if at all they do have a certain role to play, if at all their cooperation is required, now it is again my own responsibility to motivate them, to persuade them, to convince them, so that they should extend a sort of cooperation to me, and I do have to offer something else to them against their cooperation, against the favors I am expecting from those people. Thank you.